I'm Madison.
Hi, I'm Tori.
And this is The Real Knitwives of Hunterdon County.
All right, how have you been?
Oh my god, life will not stop.
Well, you refuse to let it stop.
Well, I'm just, we're just chugging along here. I got back from my weekend away in Portland, Maine for my cousin's bachelorette weekend.
One of your weekends away.
One of my weekends away. I have more stuff coming up, but we're calm for at least the next week, and then I go away again.
Yep.
But yeah, so that trip was good. I was planning on knitting on the car ride to Maine and back from Maine when I wasn't driving, and my aunt's car does not have air conditioning in it.
And how long was that drive?
A little over 7 hours each way.
And how hot was it outside?
It was the hottest weekend of the summer so far. I don't remember the exact temperature. All I know is that I suffered much.
I would have been like, nah.
Yeah, no.
I would have been like, drop me off. I'll Uber back to my house,
yeah, no.
please.
No. And the whole thing was like, and we discussed this, like, from now on, like, we're not taking that car ever.
Again?
Like,
yeah.
Just because it was just excruciatingly warm.
Mm-hmm.
But I said when we got on the parkway to go, if you guys want to turn around, we're 10 minutes. Let's go back. We can pack my car.
Right.
And apparently, my cousin who was driving did not hear me say this.
Uh-huh. Right.
Because she completely zoned out.
Mm-hmm.
And someone had said, oh no, it just takes a minute to kick in. It's like 7 hours later, still hasn't kicked in.
It takes a minute to kick in. It takes a minute to kick in.
Yeah, so I got a wicked sunburn on the way home too, because we had the windows down and I was driving, so I just finished peeling. My entire left forearm and my forehead were like lobster red.
I mean, you got tan from it, so
I definitely did, which is good.
I don't get tan from that, so
it was too much. It was too much. Anyway, how have you been?
I've been okay. Work has been I have to tell you about a funny but awful situation that happened to me yesterday, actually.
Uh-oh.
I deserve I deserve all the shit for this because I was dumb. So
oh no.
I was coming home from a friend's house. It was around 8:30 I came home and I was like, oh, I'll get the mail. So I pull up next to the mailbox and I put the car in park, or what I think was parked.
Oh, jeez.
And I go for the mailbox and the car starts rolling backwards and I'm like, why is it rolling backwards? And as I am trying to fix the situation, my door knocks off the mailbox. So I walk into the house and I'm like, Sean, don't be mad at me. He's like, what did you do? And I'm like, don't be mad. And he's like, just tell me what happened.
You're like, but you have to promise you won't be mad at me.
He didn't promise.
Oh. You shouldn't have told him.
I know. So I would have been like, it's vandals. We got vandalized.
Yeah.
They only targeted us.
Yeah, they only targeted our mailbox.
Right. They hate
in our secluded neighborhood.
And they hate our dogs. It's all the dogs that hate our dogs in the neighborhood.
Yeah. They scrounged up together and decided that they were going to kick over our mailbox. Not
even kick over, just completely just take it off with the pole. It's now on the ground. The poor mailman's probably like, what the fuck happened here? Wow, they must have had really bad storms that one day.
Yeah. 70. Sorry guys, I'm counting right now. 80. 85.
And speaking of, no cool air, being in a heated situation. So, Madison's studio tonight is heated, because her air conditioning's broken.
Alright, I wouldn't say it's broken. I think it just needs a little bit of maintenance.
It'll kick on in a second?
It'll kick on in a second. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Things that need maintenance are typically broken.
Yeah. So we had our heating and air guy come out and look at our unit.
HVAC. Yeah.
Oh, whatever you want to call him. He calls himself a heating and air guy. That's what I call him.
HVAC.
Okay. Anyway. He looks at our unit. He's like, you need to change the filter, which the filters were on back order. So we already knew that. They were on their way. They just hadn't arrived yet. And then he's like, once you change the filter, everything should be fine. Everything was not fine. So, if you hear a fan going in the background.
If you see me progressively get redder as we go,
yes.
it's because I'm hot.
Yes. I did turn the temperature down on the lights, so hopefully we don't look red or orange by the time this is all over.
I'll still look red or orange.
Anyway. What are we here for tonight? Other than our normal podcasting stuff. Like, what are we doing?
Excuse me?
The heat is getting to my brain. Do you want to move on to our Bangin FOs?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You looked shocked at me.
I was like, what are you expecting me to say?
I don't know.
I was like, it's not time to get to our main topic, so like...
No.
I was just gonna go on and say, like... I was gonna ask you, actually, about your AC unit, and if they found a dead mouse in there, and if that mouse was running your...
So we don't have an AC unit. We have heat pumps that also work as AC pumps. I don't know the exact science behind it, but
I've never heard of that.
Because we don't have, like, the way our neighborhood is, we could only run on oil, and oil is inefficient, so we changed everything to electrical. So we have solar power, which helps, like, decrease our monthly bill, and then also we store extra power, so at the end of the year we get a stipend. Right. And the heat pumps are run on electrical. So the solar panels partially power them. Of course, when it's super hot or it's super cold, the remainder of the bill comes out on an electric bill. Right. So, anyway, no, I don't have an actual AC unit dealie. There's, like, a system that runs from the back side of our house.
It's magic.
It's just unicorns and fairy wishes. Yes. That's how our air comes into our house.
So let's get to our Bangin FOs.
Sure. Can you please grab your Bangin FO?
I have them. Oh.
It's the same one!
Oh, well, first my Bangin FOs.
Oh, alright. Fine. That one first.
Yeah, I'm wearing it. So I did a test crochet for I Needed Crocheting, and this is her Double Trouble tank top.
I will just take a picture of you. And
instead
of you showing your tits. I'm really thinking about not bleeping out this episode.
No, you shouldn't. It's 100% like pure comedy.
Sorry, I lost you. You lost your point of thought.
So I crochet this.
What's the name of the project?
Double Trouble Tank.
Okay. Who is it by?
This is by I Need a Crochet or Sarah Wright.
Okay.
It was a test crochet, and I used, hold on, I have the tag here.
She's got something with the yarn information on it.
Yeah, so I bought this yarn at Rhinebeck from Avalon Spring Farms. It's their Pendragon yarn, and it's, the color and lot is called the Shadowy One. The Shadowy One. To which my sister was like, oh, that's a weird color. Why do you make shirts in weird colors? And then I was just like, do you make your own clothing?
Yeah, no, like, seriously? Like, I think we talked about this last episode. Like, that is not helpful commentary. And it's not wanted commentary. If you don't like the color of someone's finished object, keep it to your self.
I mean, like, when is the last... She's never made clothes for herself, so, like...
Point one.
Yes, obviously we have different color tastes.
0.2.
But honestly, this looks great with, like...
It looks fabulous.
It looks great with, like, a nice pair of shorts. Or,
Yeah.
like, I put a cardigan on and wore, like, a nice, like, dark pair of blue, like, pants for work. And, like, it works then, too. So...
Yeah, no.
She can go suck it.
She can go suck it.
I want to see her make something. And I'll comment on her color choices.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was...
your sister's name right now, but I want to just say...
We could just say her name is Captain Forehead.
Captain Forehead.
Anyway. What's your finished objects that you got?
I've got one, so do you want to share them together?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, and I don't even have to put a spoiler in because it's been over for like 2 weeks.
And you published the actual pattern.
I did. So, these are our finished socks.
I finished mine today.
Yay!
Mine are actually still wet from the wash.
Okay. So, these are the Stephen West Surprise Sock Along Contrast Blast Socky Walkies.
Yeah, this foot is bigger than the other. And then I was supposed to do this one as the left foot, but I read the right foot pattern.
Nice.
And then I was like, you know what? It's just going to be half and half.
Yeah.
It doesn't know.
It's all good. So, why don't you share what yarns you use?
So I've mentioned them before. The yarns that I've used are from Chelsea Luxe Yarns. They're, okay, so this is their pistachio color, and then this is their chocolate chip mint chocolate chip color. Yep. Ice cream for summer.
Ice cream for summer. Okay, and then these are leftovers from my previous projects. This is Cake Wool in the colorway Twinkle. It's on their Pepper Beast. And then the pink through here is Baah Yarns La Jolla in February 2023. So, and I made mine shorter because I don't like long socks.
Yeah.
So, if you didn't know that, I mentioned in a previous episode, go watch
trivia.
The last couple episodes.
Yeah, we don't know what episode it was.
No,
we mentioned
that's why you need to watch it. If you didn't find it in this episode, go find it somewhere else because it's probably been said. Anyway, I have a couple commentaries on this.
I have some commentary too.
Okay, good.
But I don't think it will be
helpful.
Liked.
Okay. So my number one commentary is that I hate gusset things, like gusseting, whatever that is, like gusset short. Like I'm okay with doing German short rows.
The heel. I
don't like the heel.
Okay.
Doing the gusset for this style heel.
That's not the gusset part. Is the
this. I know. Yeah. I'm not. Don't pay attention to what I'm doing here. I'm saying the right word. I'm touching the wrong part.
Okay.
I don't like doing the gusset.
Okay.
I did not have fun doing that. I did it because I wanted the end product. I would like to do a different type of heel. Preferably a German short row heel.
I mean, you could choose heels types.
Yeah. I'd like to do something else.
Okay.
So, I will be doing something else in the future. And also,
she just generally did not like the sock construction, which is top down, so.
Yeah. No. I'm actually working on a little side project of my own, and it's a bottom-up sock. I will talk about that in a second.
Are you designing it?
We'll talk about it in a second.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So, but yeah. So I'm happy with the colors. I'm happy with how it fits. Just not happy about the gusset. Do you have helpful commentary to add?
No. Unhelpful.
Okay. Unhelpful
regular commentary. That's just my opinion on the design.
I mean, I don't know that mine was helpful.
No, it wasn't. It actually was just all your opinions.
It was just my opinion. I mean, I feel like that's what commentary sometimes is, though. Like...
Well, you were like, this is helpful commentary. How did that help anyone?
It helps people, like, if you don't like gussets, don't do the sock.
Like, 90% of, like, sock patterns are top down, so I have not run into one yet, like, that I've wanted to do that is toe up. Not.
That's unfortunate for you.
Huh?
Because I found several that I like that are bottom up.
Oh, boy.
That are great.
Oh, boy.
Anyway.
All right. So, my unhelpful commentary is that is this the nicer sock? I don't know.
Okay.
Is that I love this like zigzag pattern right here. I don't love this, and it scrunches up my leg, and it looks like kind of like alien skin is like what I like to call it, because it's all like lumpy and like scrunchy and like on my leg. I don't know if you've ever like, I don't know how else to describe it.
I honestly, like, I don't understand what you mean, but...
Nobody does.
If you don't like it, then you don't have to like it.
Right.
No one's holding a gun to your head, Dory.
And also, like, it was, I guess, hard to distinguish that, like, actually during the pattern, there's no, I guess, break for you to like check the size of your sock. So like he just keeps going.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I'm gonna be making this for Bigfoot if I keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. Although when you got to like the foot section, he's like,
oh, when you get to the toe, he's just like, yeah, you can do the toe now. And
yeah. Well, no, he said he's got notes in clue 4 that said, try your sock on now and see how many repeats of this you should do. Right.
It's just, there was a additional portion of the pattern that was just like,
I left it out.
Yeah, I left it out because it was just going to be too big.
Too big. I definitely think my gauge went up. I probably could have made size 1.
Oh, I did not check my gauge at all. I mean, and I also accidentally counted the wrong number of stitches for my right foot, so it's huge on my foot, but my left foot is actually fine.
So they're slipper socks.
Yeah, they're like socks you wear in the winter over another pair of socks and like shove into boots and just, wear that way.
Okay.
And then I have
another FO. Oh, you have another FO. Look at you.
I have 2 actually.
She's been busy.
I have been busy. So this is the finished
Summer something tea.
Ooh, I don't have my phone.
It's all right.
I've said it in a previous episode.
It'll be down below. It's always down below. You've seen it before. It's now complete.
Yes, it's now complete. This is made out of Chelsea Luxe yarn in their tweed base. Mm-hmm. And I kind of mentioned it previously that you can kind of see it here. You can see the difference in the dye lots. So it kind of like goes into a nice lighter color. It stinks, but I like the color. So I'm going to keep it, and, I like how it is. So whatever, that's the price you pay for indie dyers. Yeah. Like when you support indie dyers.
You accept the fact that
not every lot is, or not every dye is going to be perfect, and they don't have lots, so.
They don't have lots.
Yep. Oh, no. And then, lastly, I, finished one of the yarns that, I bought at Rhinebeck. It was a gradient, yarn. I believe it was Falkland
wool?
Yeah, Falkland wool. It's a little bit twisted here.
It's pretty.
But yeah, you could see all the gradient colors. I did a nice 3-ply. Really happy with how this turned out. Very excited to use it. Nice sturdy wool. And I love the colors. Love how the gradient came out. Yeah. Love it. Love it.
That's really, really pretty. I want to see what you make with that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. No, that's really, really gorgeous.
Yeah, really happy with how this came out.
Good.
It's twisted at the end. No, you're good.
Okay. Anything else for Bangin FOs?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Then let's get into our WIPs. So, hold on. I'll start. The reason why I don't have any other Bangin FOs is because I've been doing a test knit, which on the last podcast, this was just a swatch. So it's been like 3 weeks since we filmed. And it's now almost done. I still, I say almost, I still have like 80 rows. But this is by the time I release this episode, it'll be out. This is called the Riptide 135. 135 because there's a 1 skein version, a 3 skein version, and a 5 skein version.
Oh, that's cute.
So this is Riptide 3, because I've got 3 skeins. It's out of Jagger Spun Heathers in the colorway Wisteria. I absolutely love how this is turning out. I've finished all the lace increases, and right now I am doing the stockinette part. So you continue the lace section all the way across until this marker, and then you do the stockinette portion and you increase 1 every other round. So on the right side you increase 1. So I have approximately 80 rows left before I do decreases, and I've been doing 20 rows a day at least. So I was able to do 20 today, so I've got 4 more days worth of stuff. And I have to have this done by next Monday, so I've got a week left. So this is what I've been working on the most. It's another Jennifer Shiels Toland pattern.
If you have that on your bingo card,
ding, 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 ding,
bingo.
Bingo. Honestly, she should be a free space at this point.
Yeah, she should. She is this free space.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's the magical Riptide 135. I will say that my knit is probably going to have a bit more structure than the other shawls because I'm using non-superwash wool. Whereas the other people are using wool with alpaca or wool with silk. So they're going to have a little more
stretch.
Drape.
Yeah, and drape.
But I'm still really happy with how this is going to turn out because I wanted to wear it as a fall and early spring shawl. Like, I don't really want any... I don't know. I didn't want anything drapey. I had this yarn in stash. I'm happy with how it's turning out. I can't wait for it to be done. But yeah. So that is the Riptide 135.
Nice.
You next.
So I am working on the Summer Ella. However, I am doing basically a fall version.
I love it.
I'm using Kramer yarns. They're DK based. And before you ask me what the heck is Kramer yarns, it is a specific yarn brand made specifically at a location called Kramer Yarns in Pennsylvania. You can't order it online. You have to go there physically.
Yeah, they don't sell it to other stores. It's literally at their facility.
Yep. And I got it last year on my birthday.
Cool.
So I was just like, I'm going to use this yarn because it's the only like really decayed weight yarn that I have. And yeah, I was like, I'm going to do this pattern.
Yeah.
And
so what got you into wanting to do this particular pattern?
So our local yarn store, Beyond Yarn, is doing a class on it, and I signed up for it.
Oh, cool. Very nice.
So I was like, yeah, I'll just do, just join it just to have fun.
Yeah.
With the class, even though I don't really need, quote unquote, the class.
Like the skills that are being taught in the class aren't new information for you. It's kind of more just like a troubleshooing type thing in case you ran into any issues with
and this pattern I guess was translated I think from Swedish. And so like there are a little bit of like hiccups within the pattern, and so it's definitely helpful to be like, hey, should I do this? Like did you do this while you did this pattern? So it's very helpful to kind of bounce that off. And so just flying by the seat of your pants like I always do.
Okay, cool. Now, does the colors have names, or... So you've got like a brown right now that you're working on.
So the brown one I think I have...
I'm sorry, I got questions.
Okay, so the gray one is called Silver Gray. The brown one is called Autumn Drift.
Okay.
And the yellow one is called Penny Ate the Tag, so I don't know what it's called anymore.
Great.
Yeah, so That one is, one of my favorites.
Penny ate the tag.
Yeah, Penny ate the tag.
And if you don't know who Penny is, go back and watch an episode, man.
Yeah, why are you starting here?
Yeah, start from the very beginning. It is a very good place to start.
Yeah, Penny's my puppy.
Yeah, Penny is...
Insert picture of
yes.
cute little Penny here.
Penny! She's grown a lot, too.
She has grown a lot.
Yeah.
She is stinking adorable, but man, she also is
she's a yarn menace.
She is a yarn menace to society. I can't have yarn around her because she instinctively will hunt it and will take it and destroy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely...
We've had a few casualties in my house already.
Yeah. It's definitely you have to be on your guard with your yarn when in that house.
Yeah. I'm hoping that when she becomes an adult, she won't do that.
She grew up. She'll grow up. It'll be fine.
Right. I mean, my parents' dog, Squire, who I used to, I grew up with, basically, I was in college, and we got him, and he used to steal tissues, so if you were sick or something and you left a tissue on the couch, he would steal it.
Oh my god.
And he would look around specifically for the tissues.
Oh god.
He hasn't done that in a very long time, so it's
probably good.
Right, he grew up out of it, so I'm really hoping that Penny grows up out of the yarn thing.
Yeah. Okay. I've got 2 other things that I'm working on.
Because she's crazy.
Because I'm crazy. Mm-hmm. And there's not much progress on them. But if you are a part of our Zoom craft nights, we had a discussion in July about doing a yarn swap, but in the sense of mini skeins and leftovers. Mm-hmm. And so I was going through my mini skeins and my leftover fingering weight yarn, and I came across a bunch of gradient skeins from Advent from 2021. That was the last time I got a yarn Advent. And they're still there. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing with these. I don't think anyone wants these. Mm-hmm. Not that anyone wouldn't want them. It's just that I don't want them, and I feel guilty putting them in the pot and making someone take them.
Right.
So I decided that I was going to match up 2 of these mini skeins. They're 20 grams. Mm-hmm. And that's enough yarn. 40 grams is enough for me to make a pair of socks. So I unwound them.
Right.
By color. And so I also have been wanting to try and figure out how to design a sock pattern. So right now I'm doing a very basic...
Hold on. At the beginning of the year, at the very beginning of the year, Madison never, ever, 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 did a sock. Mm-hmm. It took me forever for me to get her to do a sock. Forever. Literally, it took me forever. And here we are. She's now designing a sock.
Okay. Everything's gonna be fine, Tori.
Where are we going? It's going all too fast.
Anyway, so I've done a couple different sock patterns now. Mm-hmm. I wanted to attempt to, figure out exactly how I would construct a sock for my foot using a very limited amount of yarn, so I could figure out if it can be done, how much yarn it's going to take me to do just a vanilla sock. And then once I get my baseline formula down, then I will start designing stuff with actual, details in it. Right. I might list this vanilla sock, for $1 on Ravelry once I figure it out.
Is it going to be a crew sock? That'd be nice.
It's going to be a shorty.
Oh, yeah.
Like me.
Yeah.
I'm short, so I like shorties. No, I like shorty socks, so I figure I'll start with designing stuff that I'll actually wear. Yeah. Because I'm more likely to actually finish the project if I actually think I'm going to wear it. Mm-hmm. But so far, the yarn I'm using, this is very long-winded, the yarn I'm using is from Apple Tree Knits, which is actually no longer in existence. But this toes are going to be silver color, and then I started a green stripe. There's also a gold, like a marigold yellow, and a blue. So
I love
it's going to
how
be
she's
striped.
like, it's going to be vanilla, but I'm going to do manual stripes for the sock.
Yeah.
Because I'm extra.
And I'm
Madison
doing,
and I'm extra.
I'm doing them 2 at a time, too.
Oh my god.
So,
anyway. I'm Madison, and I'm extra.
So, like, all I've done, though, is done the toe increases on both socks, and I did 1 stripe. But hopefully I'll have a little more progress on this next time we film. And then...
Next time we film, which you mentioned to me before we started filming this one, that it's going to be a while.
I'm thinking the next time I have time to film is probably September 11th.
I'm
just telling you right now.
She's so crazy. I'm busy. She's so crazy that she doesn't even have time for moi anymore.
Okay, no. It just means my Mondays are jam-packed. So we film on Mondays. Unless you want to film on a Wednesday. I didn't think so.
But she doesn't have time.
I'm sorry. I'm making time. We're making it work. Do you have another WIP?
I do, but I don't want to talk about it.
I can't help you guys. She doesn't want to share with the class. I'm not.
I don't.
She's not in the mood, guys.
Yeah.
It's okay. I have another one. Another design I'm working on at the moment. I picked up this. Where'd the other color go? Jeez. It's hiding.
Okay, so she's absolutely insane. She's designing a ton of shit while...
2 things. It's just 2 things.
To me, that's a ton of shit.
It's 2 things.
While she's also doing, like, a shit ton of, like... She has no weekends. No. She's running all over the place. Like, you're so crazy.
Anyway.
So crazy.
I know. I'm insane. It's just insane. It's insanity. I'm working on a new hat pattern. It's color work. I already charted out the color work. I did a gauge swatch this week. Before I get to that, this is in Jamieson & Sons Spindrift. And I'll get the colors for you, but the colors are right here. So you got like a rusty orange, an olive green, and like I think this is called Pebble. It's a heathered, like off-white. It's not white.
Like a dove.
Like dove. Hold on. So one of them is called Bracken. I think Bracken is this one.
I thought it was going to be the brown one.
Well, let me get all the names. Hold on. I lied. No. Burnt Umber.
Oh.
Bracken. And Pebble. And this is in the Shetland Spindrift. Anyway, so this is going to be a new hat pattern that I want to release probably in October. I just have to work out all the kinks, but I did a gauge swatch to check out my gauge. And right now I'm in the process of doing the beginning ribbing. So, nice. There are going to be a couple rows of 3-color work.
Oh. Oh, wow. She's being very daring.
But I'm really excited by the colors and the color work design. It reminds me kind of... I took inspiration a bit from some Native American...
Symbolism
because of from where I'm from. So, like, we have... unfortunately, in some cases, it is appropriated rather than appreciated. In my case, I hope it is appreciated. Like, it is my intention as an appreciation from the culture where I grew up being surrounded by. We're surrounded by Navajo reservations, so Navajo art is very popular.
Yeah. Are they the Native Americans that also created the Pueblos? Or is that a different tribe?
I don't want to say yes because honestly, it's been a minute since I've, learned that information. So
all I just remember is that I made a sick-ass Pueblo for one of my projects. I think it was in, 3rd or 4th grade.
Yeah.
And it rocked. It rocked. So you're welcome. Do I have a picture of it? No. Is it gone forever?
Yes.
Yes. But did it rock? Yes, of course it did.
No. So anyway, that is the inspiration for this particular hat pattern. So it's not in the traditional colors. It's in colors that, speak to me and what I like. But the geometric nature of them. So the intention behind it.
So do you know the symbolism behind it?
I don't know the specific symbolism because it's not exact. Mm-hmm. It's my interpretation.
Right. Right.
But I definitely, I will be taking note of the exact patterns I'm drawing from and notating that in the pattern.
Yeah.
To include educational information.
Yeah. My mom's a huge appreciator, something like that, of the Native Americans. She would read books on them all the time for the longest time. Mm-hmm. Our family room in my house growing up did have a lot of Native American decorations and symbolism, and she really appreciated all of that history and culture. We're very white, so I hope it's not appropriation. She was very appreciative.
I think the difference between that, and I can be wrong, so be gentle in the comments, is that appreciation...
Be very gentle.
Appreciation comes from a realm of respect.
Mm-hmm.
Appropriation is the use of something without the understanding of it.
Right.
And the intention behind this is to respect, which is why I want to include the actual information and why I'm not delving more into it right now, because I don't want to say it incorrectly.
Of course.
So I think we can leave it at that. But that is, get into that mindset. That is the next kind of iteration from Mad Designs.
Mm-hmm.
This will probably come out before the socks, just because the socks is more going to be that's a multi-step process. But anyway, that's what I got for whips at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else before we get into the main? The juicy? No? No? Okay. Okay. All right. So tonight we're going to address prepping for festivals.
Yeah. So we got the New Jersey Sheep and Wool Festival in September.
Yep.
And then of course the main pilgrimage that everybody goes to in October, which is the New York Sheep and Wool Festival.
Yes. Also nicknamed Rhinebeck because it is located in Rhinebeck, New York.
Yep.
We're very excited. We love doing these events. Mm-hmm. Not only because it's a great opportunity to purchase a bunch of yarn, but it's cool to see everyone in their knitted get-ups.
And also the animals.
Oh,
I love the animals.
I do too.
Oh, especially when you get to pet them.
Oh, yeah.
They're so sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So we figured it would be a good time to get you guys in the headspace that if you're attending a festival, here are a couple things to note from our experience, and a couple things that we're going to be just prepping for in advance for maybe less for NJ because it's in our own backyard. It's in Hunterdon County. Right. But definitely for Rhinebeck, New York Sheep and Wool, what we want to do instead of what we did last year.
Yeah. My first piece of advice is don't have laryngitis.
Oh yeah, don't be sick.
Yeah, don't have zero voice.
Yeah.
Because that's no fun, and if you lose your friend, how can you shout after her?
Oh no. No. Because said friend will definitely go start up a conversation with a complete stranger.
Yeah, and also speaking to clerks and stuff also doesn't help if you have no voice.
Yeah, no. Definitely. If you do feel like you're really sick, Maybe
obviously stay home.
Stay home. Unfortunately, you know, you don't intend to get sick when you have something fun going on, but it's not going to be fun for you if you're not feeling well and you're stuck walking around fairgrounds all day
with an ear infection.
Yeah.
And bronchitis.
No, you had the gambit last year.
Did. Oh, but I had so much fun.
I know you had fun. I think my first piece of advice is kind of know where you're going. So these events typically happen at fairgrounds. So for one, I mean, know where you're going in a couple aspects. Know where you're going because there's not going to be great cell reception.
Nope.
So have an idea of where you're going to be parking ahead of time. So you're not like circling or anything. Typically, at least at Rhinebeck, I don't know what the situation is at the Hunterdon County Fairgrounds, but at Rhinebeck, there are plenty of volunteers guiding you to a specific parking spot. And it's very easy to figure out.
Oh, their parking situation was so on point.
A+.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
Every time I go to an event now, I always wish it was like that.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing. They were
it's not their first rodeo. They've been doing this for years.
Yeah, they're like, this is not our first rodeo.
Yeah.
This is not our first Sheep and Wool Festival. No. We know that there's a ton of crazy people here.
Yeah. Bunch of people that want to pet the sheep, to pet the wool, you know. They need to get their fix, so we need to get them in as quickly and efficiently as possible.
Oh, they're crazy, yeah.
But my other reasoning for that, so there's no cell reception, so if you're going in a group, picking a meeting point beforehand, having a map of how things are going to be set up and pick, like, a good landmark to meet by. So, like, I think for New Jersey, it's just going to be the two of us. I don't think we were going to go with anyone else. But for New York, we're going with a group of 7 people. And so we can't obviously all fit in one car. We're not all going to park in the same spot. So just picking, okay, we're going to meet at this barn around this time.
Right.
And, you know, go from there.
I would also say, don't go by yourself because, this is, you know, like, obviously, like, don't go by yourself because you want to have fun with a bunch of different people. Yeah. But also, like, for safety reasons, don't go by yourself because these fairgrounds obviously will have a crap ton of people, crap ton of strangers.
Yeah.
You don't want to find yourself in a situation where you're in danger or you find that you've been pickpocketed or you lost your cell phone or something like that. So you want to make sure that you have a buddy with you, buddy system.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think it's also important, like, just in case of emergency, to be in a buddy system. Like, say you get injured or, you know, you're not feeling well. You aren't relying on yourself then to get yourself home or back to where you're staying. You have someone with you. Hey, not feeling well. This happened. Can you come sit with me or can we leave?
Right.
Like, just like typical common sense things. They're big events. There's a lot of people. Things happen. Things happen.
A ton of
things
people.
Definitely, you know, you not to discourage you from going by yourself, but I highly recommend even if you travel up by yourself, meeting up with someone there.
Right. And, like, you're like, how wild could a wool convention be?
Wild. Absolutely wild.
Number one, yes, we're crazy.
Miss Bab's tent, unspeakable wild.
You could get trampled and nobody would know. No. Nobody would hear your screams.
No.
Probably the fleece tent.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that Jess went to was also probably absolutely batshit.
I also think that it's important that you bring cash.
Oh, yeah, that was also going to be another tip of mine is that don't be like us and bring cash.
Yeah, we forgot. I forgot to mention that last year to the group. I wasn't the only individual that didn't mention it, but I definitely should have. And we were definitely in a situation where we could have used cash. It's also just a good thing for budgeting reasons. Like, if you only want to spend a certain amount, like, while you're there on yarn, just give yourself a cash budget. Once the cash budget is up, That's what you bought. You're not putting it on a credit card. You're not going to, have to worry about paying for it later. Like,
right, yeah.
Yeah, no, bring cash. Bring cash from multiple regions.
Bring cash.
Bring cash. It's important. You want to be able to experience everything, and some of these vendors, especially food vendors, are only cash.
Oh, food vendors are only cash. Last year I actually have not experienced like an actual like sheep or like wool vendor that was cash only.
No, but it is definitely easier if you are doing cash.
Right.
Because there's a longer line for credit cards.
Right.
So if you have exact change, you can check out faster.
And then there's also like surcharges and blah, blah,
Not
blah, blah,
everybody, but some vendors definitely do. But yeah, so bring cash.
Yeah, bring cash. And bring hand sanitizer.
Yeah. Bring how I would recommend having like some small sort of like safety kit, hand sanitizer, tissues.
Mm-hmm.
Pain reliever, so Advil or Tylenol.
Mm-hmm.
Like your Band-Aids maybe in case of blisters because you're gonna be walking a lot.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be walking everywhere.
Yeah, so wear comfortable shoes that are gonna feel comfortable all day on all different types of terrain.
Yeah,
because Rhinebeck has concrete slabs, but it also has
dirt
mm-hmm. and gravel.
Gravel. It's also hilly. Like it's not a flat fairground. It's also very hilly.
Yeah.
Also on that of like wearing comfortable things, wear layers. October has becoming a warmer and warmer month as we grow older.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
climate change is a thing.
It's a real thing and it's a scary thing.
Yeah.
And so Rhinebeck is not as cold as it used to be, or it could be, freezing.
Yeah.
But in past experience, it's nice.
Last year was hot.
Yeah, last year was warmer, so you want to wear, maybe in the morning you'll wear your sweaters, and then in the afternoon you'll wear your tees or your tank tops or something. Like, just, wear layers, bring a bag, to stuff that sweater in your bag. Like, I wore a backpack. I thought that was...
The backpack is definitely helpful.
Yeah, I thought that was helpful.
You just want to be mindful when you get into those busier areas.
Of, your bag.
Because it's going to be tight.
Yep.
So, I still would recommend wearing a backpack because that's going to be an easy way to carry all of the stuff you buy, any snacks or anything that you want to carry with you.
Yep.
But just being cognizant in a tighter area, you might need to take the backpack off and hold it for a brief period of time. And then once you get out of the tight space, you can wear it again.
Right.
But yeah. No, trying to think. There was something else I wanted to say. On the point of what you're planning to wear, a lot of people plan to wear stuff that they've been working on throughout the year. So with that vein, try and, pick, if you want to make something, now is the time to have started on that project.
Yeah, you have time. You have a couple months.
If you're going to Rhinebeck, you have until the third weekend in October.
Right.
If you're going to New Jersey Shipping Mall, your sweater should be done by now. And I don't think you should be wearing a sweater.
It should not be a sweater.
It's going to be too hot.
Yeah, you'll see me in this probably.
I'm probably going to wear my lupini. I just need to take it in
a
little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I think out of, these are fun times to take pictures with people. So wear something that you're proud of, that you've made throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can even just wear a shawl. Honest to God, you can wrap a shawl on your bag and people will see it and come up to you and be like, hey, what pattern is that? I did that pattern. I love the yarn you chose. What yarn did you choose? I love the colors. It's a great conversation starter.
Oh, yeah. Erdine, our friend Erdine, when we were at Rhinebeck, got so many compliments on her juniper cowl.
Yeah, she did. That cowl is gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Absolutely. She did such a fantastic job on it, but it was so funny that we would just be walking somewhere and somebody would be like, oh my God, I love your cowl. What pattern is it? Or I love the yarn. And they would just start talking to us. This is you grew up probably don't talk to strangers.
This is not the situation where you don't talk to strangers.
Yeah.
People are just going to come up to you and say all the things that they want to say.
I love that pattern. I love that yarn. Where'd you buy it? Yeah. Can I have your skin? No, they won't say that.
No. Not that. I guess back to the budget thing. Last year what I did, backing up. My first Rhinebeck, I went in kind of blind.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea what I wanted, what was going to be there. I was only going for one day. Mm-hmm. And I just went, like, I bought all the things.
You went ham.
I went ham. I didn't know what I was doing. Mm-hmm. And, you know, last year I went in with a plan. Now, the plan was maybe a little too big because I wanted to get a winder. So that was a nicely custom made wooden winder.
Which you eventually did get.
I did. It's gorgeous.
And you saw it on the...
Yeah. You've seen it before.
Yep.
Go back to several episodes. It's made a moment.
Go back to the episode in, like, 2022.
Yeah.
You'll see it.
But I also had, like, 5 or 6 other patterns on there. A couple were shawls. Mm-hmm. I had 4 sweater patterns on there.
Ambitious.
I bought wool for every single sweater pattern. I'm not buying a sweater pattern this year because I still have 2 sweater quantities that I haven't even touched yet.
Okay. For folks that haven't made a sweater yet, how much is a sweater's worth of yarn? How
like price-wise?
No, I mean, like, lengthwise. Like, how many skeins? Like,
yardage?
Yeah, yardage.
Okay, so for my particular size, you're looking at, for a fingering weight sweater, between 5 and 6 skeins of yarn. Mm-hmm. And that's approximately, like, 2,400 yards. Mm-hmm. That's, like, an overestimate, like, if you're making, like, a tunic style with long sleeves. I typically stick around, like, the 1,800, 1,900 range yards-wise. So that's, like, 4 to 5, depending on the yardage. Right. So it's a little less money, because I don't like long sweaters. I like cropped.
Oh, yeah, she loves crops.
I like cropped sweaters because I wear high-waisted pants and skirts, so I like to wear them with my high-waisted pants and skirts.
You're still covering that tummy, but you're still able to wear that short sweater.
Yes, exactly. And it's less knitting.
Mm-hmm. Less body island.
So, but in DK, I'm not exactly sure because I didn't buy DK. I only bought fingering weight last year. But DK would be more skeins because it's less yardage and... anyway, it's a lot. So, like, going in with a plan, knowing what your budget is, but also having some pattern inspiration ahead of time. Ravelry is a great resource. Love Crafts is another good resource. It's another pattern website. It's not Ravelry is not friendly to everybody. Like, certain, like, visual disabilities find Ravelry's imaging not great.
Right.
So Love Crafts is another great resource. If you have a favorite designer, go to the designer's website and look at what they've got and what kits they have made up of their
Etsy
patterns.
A lot of pattern owners have Etsy's.
Yeah.
Probably can just look them up on, or you could just type into Google shirt pattern and you would get a ton of results. Yeah. Okay, so that's Madison's way on handling festivals.
Yeah.
So, in previous episode, Rhinebeck was my first sheep and wool festival. And I went in completely blind. And I did pretty well. I bought a lot of stuff to spin. I finally spun something from Rhinebeck. Yeah, like, I went in just kind of buying whatever. I didn't really have a plan. You can do that as well.
Yeah, it's okay to not have a plan. I just don't work well without a plan.
Right.
I came home my first year and realized how many, like, similar things I had.
Oh, yeah.
And that was, like, a huge problem for me because I'm like, obviously, if I have all these similar things, I'm not using this yarn. Why am I still buying the same stuff?
I think also for me, it was a little bit hard because I went on a yarn spree for my birthday, which is in October at the beginning. And so I bought a shit ton of yarn on my husband's dime at the beginning of October, and then like a couple weeks later I literally had Rhinebeck, and I was just like, oh, like,
no.
What other yarn do I need?
Yeah, no. So I think for New Jersey sheep and wool, I might pick up a skein, but I'm really gonna just see, like, I really just want to see what it's about. I want to hang out with you. I want to meet vendors. I want to see and pet some beautiful baby animals.
Some alpaca.
Yeah. And I want to eat some good food.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there's going to be great food vendors.
I hope there's funnel cake.
I really love funnel cake. But I think because we are going... So for New Jersey Sheep and Wool, we're going on Saturday. So if you're going on Saturday and you see us, wave hi. We'd love to take a picture with you. We'd love to say hi and see what you're working on.
And we'll say, wow, somebody recognized us?
Yeah, absolutely.
We have fans?
We have fans.
We have one fan?
We have more than that. You know that. You know that.
Yeah, I know. It's my mom just making multiple accounts.
Sure.
So I don't feel bad.
Sure. No, actually, while we were at... Well, you hadn't gotten there yet. At the, I forgot to mention this last episode, Beyond Yarn anniversary party.
Oh, yeah.
One of our followers came up to me and asked if we could take a picture together.
Oh.
So I'll put their Instagram handle right here so you can go give them a follow. She's a wonderful soul. Absolutely. It was wonderful to meet. I believe her name is Marge.
Oh.
Or Margie.
Hi, Marge.
It was lovely to meet you.
I didn't meet you, but I'm sure it's lovely.
Yes. Yes, she's very sweet, and she likes everything that we post, and she also follows us on and subscribes to our YouTube channel.
She sounds like a nice person.
Yes, she's great.
I can't wait to meet you in person.
Yes. So if you are coming to New Jersey Sheep and Wool, come and say hi to us. We will be there, and
we look and talk just like this in real life.
Honestly, I will say that it's almost like I don't know that it's a filtered version. It's almost like
lower your expectations. If they're high from this show, which is
we're a shit show in real life.
Yeah,
worse than here.
So this is edited.
This is edited content.
Yeah, Madison does a good job editing our shit.
I don't think so, but thanks for the vote of confidence.
Oh my god. Yeah, we're worse in real life.
But yeah.
I promise you.
For New York Sheep and Wool, we're going for the whole weekend, and we're going for some of the indie events. So I don't know the specific details of that. When we get closer, we can share that information with you guys. And what we plan to do there. But we will be going all weekend. We have booked an Airbnb with our yarn crew. And we will be spending the weekend with our ladies. And
our guru. I was trying to combine yarn crew.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
No. But yeah, no, we're super excited for that. I think, I think my plan going in for this year, I need to go through my stash and see what I've got. Because I know I've got shawls that I want to do, but maybe I'm missing a skein of something.
Oh, yeah.
So I kind of want to put combinations together and be like, okay, I'm looking for like a skein of navy yarn, or I need some Surrey for something,
Right.
I also really like some of the dyers do custom colorways specifically for Rhinebeck.
Oh, yeah. That's fun.
And the different pop events. So I will definitely be looking for single skeins of that to make socks. I think that's a lot of fun.
And I have made a ton of sweaters this year.
Yeah, you like really like stepped up the sweater game this year.
I have made a ton of sweaters this year.
In preparation for the heat wave that is October.
In preparation to dye at Rhinebeck. I'll dye pretty.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's mostly like what I made the sweaters for, is to show them off at Rhinebeck.
Very cool.
I will have outfit changes throughout the days.
Yeah.
Because I will have so many things that I'll need to cycle through.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to see everything.
Yeah. Well, we've got multiple events, a couple on the same day, and we got 2 days at Rhinebeck. So I count at least 4 outfit changes.
Oh, there'll be more.
Okay.
I have more than 4 sweaters.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
But yes, I'm making some short sleeve ones for those inevitable
hot moments.
Yeah, hot moments.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
So before, do you have anything else to add before we do our reminders and stuff?
Food is expensive.
Oh, at festivals?
Yeah, at festivals.
Be aware that it is going to be pricey.
Specifically Rhinebeck. I know if you go there for, like, the fleece and stuff, and, like, the fleece, like, what is that called? When you bid on things.
Auction.
Yes, the fleece auction starts bright and early on Saturday morning.
Yeah. Almost it seems like before the place even opens, but it doesn't. It like starts as soon as it opens.
Right, it starts as soon as it opens, and if you want good fleece, then you
gotta
run
there.
You run basically to that building. I think it was building C last time, but who knows if that will change.
Take a look at the vendors in the map. It always gets updated, like I'd say like by end of September.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go to the New York Sheep and Wool website, which we can link below. And it's not going to be updated now. They're still accepting vendor applications.
Right.
But by the end of September, it will have been updated, I think. And you also want to make sure you have tickets for each day that you plan to go. So if you plan to go to the pop-up things on Friday, have your tickets in advance.
Mm-hmm.
If you plan to go to New York Sheep and Wool on Saturday and Sunday, there's a Saturday ticket and there's a Sunday ticket. It's not entry for the entire weekend.
Also, they do sell tickets when you're there.
Yes.
You can
for New York Sheep and Wool.
Yes.
For the pop-up events, you have to buy them in advance.
Yeah. Which is silly because like, what if you just, like, see this on the street and you're just like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
And then you go over and they're like, no, we can't let you in and shop at all these vendors because...
Yeah. No. Like, I know where...
You could, like, I'll just pay you to get in.
Yeah.
Like,
I know where Dean bought her ticket for Wool and Folk the same day.
Right.
But she paid for it and purchased the ticket in advance of showing up to the entrance.
Right. Like, I don't know. I just find that, like, silly. Like, if you, like, oh, I didn't get my ticket, and like, I didn't know to get it in advance.
Yeah. It's okay. This is why we don't run the event.
Well, I would run it better.
I think it's for their own sanity, so they're not handling money along with all these people. I don't know. I'm not going to try and justify why people do the things they do. I'd just be like,
cards only, no cash.
Anyway.
I would, make more money.
We all want to live in Victoria's little perfect world over here. That's not how life works.
It is perfect.
It's not how it works. Because Madison rules the world. That's how it works.
No, she doesn't.
Anyway, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
The September date we haven't picked out for the Zoom craft night, but it'll be posted right here. Right here.
Right.
If you haven't subscribed, like and subscribe.
What are you doing?
Hit the thumbs up.
No, I don't blame you.
Get notifications when we post new videos. Go follow us on Instagram.
Don't. I'm kidding.
Fine. Don't go and look at our content.
We're not the cops. We can't tell you what to do.
No. If you're enjoying the content, leave a comment below or shoot us an email letting us know that you're enjoying what you're seeing. Apologies for always having different audio and lighting setups. We're still testing things out and learning as we go along.
It's more like Madison is still testing things out. I just show up now.
I just want to see how things work. I'm curious like that. So it might mean that certain times audio's not great.
Sorry.
Apologies. We're not perfect. This is not our main job, but we do have fun doing it. So if you guys can look past the imperfection, I hope you stay.
A lot of
imperfection. I hope you're staying for the good times, the laughs, the snark. But yeah, if you're interested in joining the Zoom craft night, but you haven't, there is a form that we will have linked below. You can always join. I always look at the form before the upcoming, Zoom craft night to make sure everyone's added to the list, the email list.
Right.
So you have until the day of, by like noon, to let me know, like to fill out the link. So for the August one was August 18th. Mm-hmm. September date will be here and also below. But yeah. Mm-hmm. You have anything else to add, comrade?
Comrade. I'm babushka. I knit.
That is not how you pronounce that, but okay.
Oh yeah, you're gonna flex your
babushka.
You're gonna flex your Russian history, culture degree on me. Yeah. All right.
Boy. Anyway, that's for another time. Anyway, I'm Madison.
I'm Tori,
and this has been the Real Knitwives of Hunterdon County.
Bye. See you at the festivals.